Are you ready to step into your main character era this year? Well, I've got the ultimate list of feminine products that you need to stay elevated and glowed up all year round. Hi, my name is Hawa Ibrahim, and if you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome to the channel. This is a space where we talk about all things self-improvement, leveling up, and becoming the best version of you. So if that sounds like something up your alley, definitely consider subscribing. Now, today's video is part one of a How to Become Your Own It Girl in 2025 series. This series is going to be talking about everything from wellness to skincare to fashion to mindset shifts, everything that you need to stay elevated and become the best version of you in 2025. I am going to be packing it into this series. Now in today's video, I'll be sharing with you 10 must-have feminine products that will not only elevate your glow up journey, but also have you feeling your best self from the inside out. Now in order for this video to make sense and not just be all over the place, I'm going to break it down into sections. So let's start with health and wellness. The number one product on my health and wellness list is definitely a portable bidet. This is what mine looks like. So every time that I go to the washroom, I like to always use water. Plus I'm a Muslim, so I'm kind of accustomed to it. Anyways, I think that every girl needs to have a portable bidet in 2025. Invest in one. It's very cheap on Amazon. Whenever I need to use the washroom, I just put water in this. It kind of opens up like this and you can just go ahead and clean. You know, it sprays out through this hole and you just clean. And you just leave the washroom feeling so much cleaner, fresher. I don't know about you, but I've always felt like tissue does not do justice to cleaning down there. I feel like the odor builds up over time. And as somebody that is very sensitive about odor, I just really cannot deal with using tissue alone. Even when I don't have this, I typically will use like a wet wipe. And if I forget my wet wipes, then I would get like a chunk of tissue, wet it under the tap, and then I will use that to clean. Because girls, it's 2025. We can't be stinking down there, okay? Still talking about smelling fresh. The next product on my list is definitely chlorophyll. I did a mini video on the Clock app about the benefits of chlorophyll and the girls ate it up. That video went viral. I started using it as an internal deodorizer because I tend to sweat a lot. Thank God for Canada, but when I was back in Nigeria, I sweat a lot. And I don't like my sweat to leave a stink. So even if I'm sweating, I still want to smell fresh. And that's how I found chlorophyll. Basically, I put a couple of drops in my water every morning and I just drink it. On the days where I can't do green juice, I just use this. And I've noticed that over time, I don't have like a strong scent, if that makes sense. Basically, all of us have a body scent. Like, you know how you come into a room or you hug somebody and you know how they smell. I like to smell fresh and I feel like chlorophyll has been helping me do that. So definitely consider getting chlorophyll and adding it to your routine. Now let's move on to our more girly bits. The next product I would mention is boric acid suppositories. Now I'm sure that you've heard about this, but you're wondering, what do they really do? Now I particularly like to use boric acid suppositories when I finish my period. You know how you finish your period and then like the next 2 days, you really are not bleeding, but it smells like you're still bleeding. And I feel like the stench is a whole lot stronger than even when you're on your period. So that's what I use boric acid suppositories for. Basically, boric acid suppositories are things that help you balance your pH, and I just insert it at night and the next day I'm smelling fresh and everything. I'm obsessed with smelling fresh, guys. Now, still on feminine health, the next item on my list is daily supplements. As a lady, you should already know that your gut health is the entirety of you. If your gut health is not healthy, it's going to show up in everything. So trust me, you need to have supplements that would help you balance the things that you're not really getting from food. And my daily supplement consists of prebiotics, probiotics, magnesium, iron, vitamin D, especially in this crazy weather, and what else? Omega-3. You can basically design your supplement list according to your needs, but don't take my word for it. Get your physician so they can check your levels, see the things that you're lacking, and they will tell you the supplements that you need to have your gut health and everything good and intact. Does that make sense? Now that wraps up the health and wellness section. Let's move on to skincare and beauty essentials. Now the first item on my list is African net sponge. If you have been on TikTok, you definitely know that African net sponge has been getting a lot of PR lately. I don't know why, but it seems like a whole lot of people just began to realize the benefits of African net sponge. But we've been using it and we know the benefits. But I love African net sponge basically because it's a long, stretchy material and you're able to like get everywhere. Like it gets into your crevices, every area you can think of. It's great for exfoliation. So if you don't have an African net sponge, definitely consider getting one, especially for the exfoliation benefits, okay? Now, still on the exfoliation train, hygiene, let's talk about dry brushing. I'm sorry guys, if my voice is going in and out, it's because I have a cold and I'm just recovering. If you don't know what dry brushing is, it's basically brushing your skin before you get into the bathroom. And I've seen a lot of benefits from dry brushing. Now trust me, I'm somebody that did not have the best skin growing up, and that's why I got into skincare, and I'm obsessed with skincare because I've just seen what, you know, taking care of my skin has done for me over the years, and I didn't have those opportunities whilst growing up. So now that I can do them for myself, I definitely do them. Now for me personally, I like to dry brush on those days where I want my bath time to feel a little bit luxurious. I like to do a little bit of dry brushing before I go into the bathroom. It kind of helps remove dead skin, and by the time you get out of the bathroom, your skin is so soft and your moisturizer just sticks on your skin and sinks in because you've basically like buffed off all those dead skin. So it's like exfoliating, but you know, like manual exfoliation, if that makes sense. Moving on to another skincare essential, and that is the gua sha. Basically, gua sha kind of helps you chisel your jawline. It helps you push down fluids. It helps you just kind of sculpt your face. That's what I personally use it for anyways. And I have seen the benefits of gua sha over the years because trust me, I think I used to have like a round face, but because I've been gua sha over the years, I feel like my face has gotten a little bit more structure to it. And I love the feeling of it, you know. Lymphatic drainage, one of the benefits of it, I love that. Sometimes you kind of feel like you wake up with puffy face or puffy eyes, and just gua shaing your face can really just help that all that fluid just, you know, go down. Yeah, I love gua sha. Another essential tool that I cannot wait to add to my collection is definitely an LED mask. Like, girl, I have been wanting one for the longest time, but those things are so expensive. But if you can invest in one, I definitely think that is worth the investment because the benefits that you get from like red light therapy and the fact that you can just do it from the convenience of your own home and it only takes like 10 minutes every day. Trust me, I have seen the benefits from my friends that have tried them over a couple of months, and I cannot wait to get my hands on them. Now, another tool that I think is very essential and every girl should definitely carry with her in her bag or her purse is a portable perfume dispensary. Kind of looks like this. Basically, this helps you put a little bit of your perfume in your bag and you can carry it along, especially if you're wearing those perfumes that kind of don't last for a long time. I like to just put the perfume I'm wearing for the day, I just put it into one of this and I just carry it along with me, and before I get into the venue, I just do like a little spritz and I just go in smelling fresh and delicious. Don't share this with other people, just it's between us, you get it? Now the final product on this list definitely has to be hand cream. Like guys, I cannot overemphasize the importance of having soft hands, like soft, supple, you know, succulent looking hands. Especially now that it's winter, I see girls going all around with ashy hands, and I'm guilty. I have to look at my hands too. I mean, they're not ashy right now, but I'm guilty sometimes. There's just something about a girl having soft hands that just feels very feminine and very elevated. I don't know about you, but it does that for me. Especially for people that lift weights like I do. I just can't take chances. So I like to just apply, you know, hand cream every now and then. And it's been helpful. Now let's move on to the oral hygiene section. I feel like this section should have probably come first because this is not talked about enough. Guys, do you know how embarrassing it is to see someone well put together, their outfit looks nice, their hair is really well done, their makeup is on point, but then they open their mouth and there's just a foul odor emitting from their mouth? Like, I cannot think of anything more embarrassing, guys. And that's why I felt like this deserved a dedicated section on this particular video. Honestly guys, invest in your oral hygiene. The first product I'm going to be mentioning is one that we've been seeing everywhere, a tongue scraper. The tongue is where most of the bacteria in your mouth stick onto. So scrape your tongue. After brushing your teeth, scrape your tongue. Just take 1-2 minutes to scrape your tongue. I don't understand if you guys feel my pain, but honestly, I cannot stand it. Now, still on oral hygiene, the next thing on my list is oil pulling. Basically, it's like putting oil or coconut oil or like an essential oil in your mouth and swishing it around in your mouth immediately you wake up before you brush your teeth. And I have noticed a big difference in my oral hygiene since I started doing this. There's a lot of people that say that your teeth get whiter when you start oil pulling. And I don't know if you guys can see, I really have white teeth. I have, cleansed my teeth and whitened my teeth in the past, but I feel like oil pulling definitely has helped like whiten my teeth even more. But aside from the whitening, benefits, it just helps like all the bacteria in your mouth from when you sleep to when you wake up, when you have morning breath, all that bacteria, all that gunk, it kind of just takes it all off before you even start brushing your teeth. So there's no way in hell I'm going to have bad breath, because immediately I wake up, I oil pull, I scrape my tongue, then I brush my teeth. So how am I even going to have, bad breath? It's not possible. Do you understand? So there's like levels to this thing. It may seem extra to some people, but if you're big on smelling fresh all day long like I am, then you know it's not extra, okay? I would take the extra time to make sure that I leave my house smelling fresh, because I deserve it, okay? And I don't want to put people through that. No, thank you. Now, another essential product that I feel like everybody needs to add to their oral hygiene is definitely the water flosser. Basically, water flossing helps like all of the debris that hides between your teeth. You know how normal floss works, but I feel like water flosser is even better, because it kind of flushes in between your teeth and it kind of takes it out. I feel like when it comes to like the normal floss that we use after we eat, that can make your gum bleed a little bit. At least I know that it makes my gum bleed sometimes, especially when there's like something stuck and you're trying to really get in there. But with water flossing, it just pushes it with water. And I just think that it's leveled up my brushing, if that makes sense. Like, it just made it a little bit more luxurious. Now, the final item in my oral essentials is definitely an alcohol-free mouthwash. Not just any mouthwash, an alcohol-free mouthwash. Because if it actually contains alcohol, you're doing more damage than good. I've read that if a mouthwash contains alcohol, it actually multiplies the number of bacteria over time. Something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. So make sure that you're checking that your mouthwashes have no alcohol in them. Now let's wrap this up with the lifestyle section. Honestly, guys, I am a big believer that if you want to design an elevated life for yourself, every bit of your life needs to reflect that, including the things you wear to bed. Which is why the number one thing on this essential list is pajamas. I don't care what anybody says, but wearing your ex-boyfriend's t-shirt to bed in 2025 is no longer gonna cut it. Yes, buy yourself some cute pajamas and wear the things that you would love to see yourself in. They have cheap pajamas on Amazon that are cute and comfortable. You can find cotton pajamas, silk pajamas, whatever your preference is. The way that you go to bed and wake up every morning definitely adds a little bit to the way that you see yourself. So I'm all about building the life of my dreams from the smallest of things. You don't have to rush and change into something when somebody's at your door in the middle of the night. You already look cute. Who doesn't love that? Moving on, another essential of mine that I feel like a lot of girls don't pay attention to is definitely cotton underwear. Now, I know you want to be cute. I know you want lacy underwear, but they're not doing any good for your little cutie down there. Trust me, she's going to thrive in cotton underwear. Like, it lets her breathe. It's just airy. And honestly, I kind of just like to go commando. Like, I'm not a panty girl. I just wear them on the days that I have to. I really just like letting my cutie breathe. So I would say, as much as you're wearing cotton underwears, also let her breathe whenever you can. Now, I know I said to wear cute pajamas to bed, but this is what I do. I wear cute pajamas when I'm going into bed, but the moment where I know now I'm ready to sleep, like I'm done journaling, I'm done doing all the things that I typically would do during bedtime, and I'm really ready to like sleep now, I just take off the trousers or the shorts. I just take it and toss it to the other side of the bed, because I like to let her breathe. She needs air. She needs to flourish. So I would definitely say invest in some cotton underwear, and whenever you can go commando, definitely do it. Now, moving on to another essential of mine. Journals. Guys, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, how journaling has changed my life. Let me show you the amount of journals I have. Guys, it's an obsession. Do you see? All of these are my journals from years past, and I keep them because they remind me of the girl I used to be, the things she looked up to, and how those things are not so important now. It helps me stay grateful. I see the journey of where I'm coming from and where I'm headed to. And there's just something beautiful about writing all your thoughts in a book. It kind of makes it really come to fruition. I honestly don't know how that happens, but I feel like everything I put down on paper comes to pass. I don't know if that's just the way that I programmed my mind to think, but trust me, try journaling. And you don't have to even buy like a fancy book or whatever. You can just go into a bookstore and pick like a random book. And I just put down my thoughts, how I'm feeling each day, the plans that I have for the future. Whatever thoughts come to mind, I just put it down there because sometimes we forget. So I have learned over the years to put down everything in my journal. So I cannot overemphasize, if you're trying to become that girl in 2025, you need a journal. So yeah, if you're not into journaling, definitely consider it. And let me know how it goes. Now let's wrap this up because I feel like this video has been long enough with my final essential on this lifestyle list. It has got to be books. There's a quote that says that if you want to hide something for 1,000 years, put it in a book because people will never read it. And that just like wows me. Honestly, I know that life can be lifing and it can be hard as adults, paying bills, going to work, coming back, trying to do skincare. All of that can be hard. But if you can find 20 minutes on a train ride, on a bus ride, just find a little bit of time to read. Pick a book that you like, or if it's a self-help book, if it's a fictional book, whatever kind of book, just read. Honestly, reading just opens your mind. It shifts your mindset. It just elevates you mentally. I cannot tell you the amount of vocabulary that I have learned just by reading. And I feel like I haven't even been reading as much as I used to when I was in high school. I was a reader. I wish I could go back to those days, but adulting is not easy, okay? Now, one thing that has helped me to read a lot in the past couple of months is habit stacking. So whenever I'm in the sauna after the gym, I try to read at least a couple of chapters in the sauna because I'm in the sauna for like 15-20 minutes. So I take one of the books that I'm reading currently to the gym with me, and when I'm in the sauna, I just read that. And that has become like my habit. And then while I'm in bed, still in my pajamas, I try to read a couple of chapters before I take off my pajamas. And that just helps me kind of, program my mind like, okay, it's time for bed. And honestly, it's been helpful. I feel like we don't talk enough the importance of reading, especially in this social media culture where we're just scrolling and seeing a lot of nonsense online. Sometimes it just helps to reprogram your brain, if that makes sense. It is important, guys. Read. Just find something that interests you and read. I know I've been rambling for quite a while. This video is going to be so long. I'm so sorry, guys, but I didn't want to leave out anything. Now, I hope that you guys found this video helpful. In the next video, I'm going to be covering how to build a customized skincare routine personalized for you and your skincare needs. Now, if that video is up, you should be able to watch it right here. But if it's not up, definitely consider clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified when that video is live. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know which of these essentials you're going to be trying and adding to your life, and whichever tips or essentials I didn't add, let me know in the comment section, because we feed off each other here. It's not a one-way street. I like to learn from you just as much as you learn from me. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.